already. So, yeah, one-on-one map here, like we said. Easy for the Terran to get the second and the third base, obviously. The other bases, it's a little bit trickier.
Maru going for some really quick tech on one base. Now, Supernova probably will have the faster expansion, but definitely the much slower factory.
Note, nobody scouted so far.
Yeah.
Not that that's bad, but that's just a certain way of playing the game where you're going to do a fairly well-rounded build that should be fine against whatever.
You always got to try to figure out how much intel will you get for how early you send it. Because sometimes you're just like, well, my build doesn't change if I see gas or not in this first little portion, you know?
Yeah, that's a very good point. So for these guys, they're saying, no, not going to move out yet.
Yeah.
Now, I think we're probably just going to go into standard Hellbat dropping.
Yeah, I would imagine.
And then we might never be casting games quite like that again, or Tosis.
Yeah, maybe not.
Because the patch is going to, it should fix that. We'll see.
Yeah. 3-shotting a worker is definitely a lot more than 2-shotting a worker. Doesn't sound like it. That's a 50% increase.
So, command center now being built here on the low ground. And, yeah, we're going to have a little bit of downtime here until we see exactly what they're doing. They got to set their base up and everything.
Maru looks like he's probably going to open up with a Cloaked Banshee build here. He's getting the starport as well as the tech lab. And for Supernova, just a much more standard opener. You know, getting his very quick command center down there, even on the low ground. Going to be obviously very easy to scout and getting a factory behind it.
They should shut this.
I would hope
so.
God,
I was going to say, I hope you shut that.
Yeah, at the last second. You let the SCV have hope, and that's actually the cruelest thing you can do.
That is the cruelest.
SCV's like, oh my God, I'm actually going to make it in. I didn't think this was going to happen. I'm right at
oh my God, Maru's going to be so proud of me.
The tip of the depot. I'm going to get information. Maybe he'll get a medevac in here and get me out of here. I might make it. And the depot goes up, and 2 Marines pop out, and he dies.
Yeah.
Very painful.
Rough. So, now we have the factory landing over here on the reactor, and Hellions being cranked out. Maru's actually going to go for Banshee with Cloak.
Yep. You know what? You just saw a Bomber do it. Why not? It's like, oh, I'm just going to do that build. It's like you have
to flash for this? Takes his builder, throws it in the fireplace.
The fireplace that's at the OGN studio.
The on-game net fireplace, yeah.
Oh, God, that's so funny. He looks in there, and it's like, he sees Fantasy's keyboard. He's like, oh.
Oh, my God. That's so funny.
Yeah.
Oh, my God, that's the funniest thing I've heard all day today. we've said some funny stuff, so. Okay, so the Banshee's going to be out soon.
That's a pretty R8 scan, seeing absolutely everything that's going on.
Yeah, that's a really good scan.
Yeah. That's, well... Here comes that Cloaked Banshee. He actually has some Widow Mines on the way, as well as a Viking and an Engineering Bay, and he has his base up way quicker.
Is this mine going to get down? It does.
I tell you, I really like Supernova's spot here.
Yeah, me too.
It's so superior, I feel.
Start calling him Superior Nova, man. I don't even know why that's funny, but I knew you'd like that.
It's so stupid.
So you take out those Hellions there. Now the Banshee's coming in here right now. And, you know, I don't know how much damage he can do. You got to be very careful with Widow Mines when you're doing stuff like this. Or careful about the Widow Mines, I guess I should say.
Yeah. You got to be careful about getting in the range of that turret as well, taking quite a bit of damage.
Yeah, that turret can see farther than it can shoot, so.
Throwing the Widow Mine over here. Oh, and he's going to have to move back. 5 kills. It's more than I thought he was going to get, but 5 kills and a scan.
Yep. The second Banshee's out here. Almost always the second Banshee doesn't do as much damage as the first one, so that's already a bad sign here for Maru.
Uh-oh.
I can't believe he was like trying to. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't see the middle Widow Mine there.
Huh.
I was like, man, that died so fast.
So right now with Maru, I gotta say I really so preferred what we just saw out of Supernova, but Maru is being really smart about this and grabbing a 3rd command center right away, because he has like all the tech in the world to not die to any attacks. So
yeah,
he's not too scared about that. And it looks like we're watching Wings of Liberty here, because a cloak attack came, and so Supernova's getting counter cloak.
Yeah.
Which is a very common old tactic from when Banshees were super popular.
Yeah, counter their cloak with your cloak. Supernova is got such great defense right now, by the way.
Yeah.
Lucky for Maru that Raven's a little slow.
Yeah. That's why we say as the crow flies and not as the raven flies.
Exactly. Now, I'll let you wear that one or two.
Hey, you laugh.
I can't follow anything.
That's all I want.
But it's one of those things where I laugh because it's kind of not funny. I'm like, all right. Like,
yeah, you laugh because it's not funny. That makes a lot of sense, Stasis.
The Banshee's coming back now.
I see why you're the handsome one, Stasis.
So, yeah, the Banshee coming up here now. And we're going to have to see how much damage you can do here with the counter-cloaked Banshee.
Yeah. And there's no, I'm looking for turrets and there's none. There are 2 eBays that aren't upgrading though. So
yes.
Whether those, I think he'll probably start those upgrades pretty quickly here. But he's going just Marine Tank at the moment. Not as common.
No, definitely not as common.
Mecha's definitely picked up quite a bit.
Now he'll go ahead and cloak up here.
And gets away from that first scan. So this has been reasonably effective so far.
Yeah, their supplies right now dead even, and it should be.
That was an auto turret, by the way.
Just it was an auto turret.
Yeah.
All right.
Wow, these Widow Mines are doing a very good job.
This is one of the reasons why you don't see Banshees as much early on anymore.
Yeah.
Because if you get there and the Banshee's already burrowed, there's basically no way of knowing if you're just, you might just randomly die.
Very true. And down it goes finally. But he knows exactly what's going on, and Supernova's going to go mech against this bio play. So we'll see how good his mech play is.
And, yeah, nobody really able to do a lot of damage to the other side here. Been a few scratches and bumps, but that's about it.
Maru got 10 SCVs, Supernova got 4, so so far more effective harassment, I guess, but he lost more as well.
He lost the Banshees, too.
Yeah. Supernova just save that cloaked one for now, and ooh, he's trying to run in, but that's not going to work out.
They're going to have to go to the point in time where they just try to secure their third base.
Yeah, this game definitely not going to end before then. Certainly not. Stim and combat shields on the way right now for Maru. He's playing just a very standard style, but we have Hellbats on the way for his opponent, Supernova. So Hellbats are pretty darn good against bio. You bring these drops in, and then the drops of the Hellbats come on top of them. It's actually pretty funny.
Yeah. So we got more Hellions now, just moving around. Nobody really even has map control right now, by the way. There's not much.
Yeah.
They're basically just turtling really hard.
Maybe a slight advantage in that area to Maru. As far as SCVs go, very even, 51 to 52. Even enough that I'm not going to tell you who's winning that one. You're going to have to wonder. You're like, well, I think it's Maru. I'm like, well, I'm sorry. If you thought it was Maru, it's Supernova.
All right, we have Hellbat drop now starting up here. This is one of the TVTs, by the way, that didn't start off right away with Hellbat drops.
Yeah. Definitely
for at least one player.
I think that Supernova may have gone into quicker ones if he hadn't done the money scan and figured out exactly what was going on.
I'm still laughing about finding Fantasy's keyboard in the fireplace. So funny.
It's all melting and twisting and stuff. It's like scorched.
Now, the third command center's up. Now, it used to be that we would see them... What? Go ahead,
He
please.
grabs the keyboard out of the fire, and the H, the Y, the V, and both the A keys are missing.
Oh, my God. Now, one thing to note is that Terran's oftentimes expanded towards the third base that would be at the top or at the bottom, depending on what your starting location is. But now it's become a little bit more popular to expand to the left or the right, whichever's closer to your main base. I don't know if we're going to see anything like that here. We see it mostly against Zerg so that they could push the Zerg while still defending that base.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a little bit more normal here. In fact, he is floating his command center down towards that bottom left, but he's got to be careful because there's a big group of Maru's units over there, and so far the Hellbat drops really haven't done that much.
All right, the drop coming in here now. The SCV's taking a lot of damage. I just got to place the SCVs get sent into the bunker there.
Yeah. And
he can get the command center here.
And it looks like he's not going to quite be able to do that because of all the Hellions and Hellbats. Not every day you see Hellions and Hellbats working together, side by side.
Yes. This is truly a memorable moment.
Yeah.
Now we have by the way, can I put up Maru doing the very prime team unit comp here? Yeah. Going from Marines and Marauders and Medevacs. Where you got Supernova going from the more traditional Terran comp, which is mostly mech. Sorry, what were you going to say? You were laughing about something.
The Hellions and Hellbats, it kind of heralds back. reminds me of like Homo sapiens and Neanderthals working together, Tasteless. You'd think that the Hellbats, the Neanderthals, will win out. Oh, no, 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 no. The speed of those little Hellions, Tasteless, and the nerf that's coming in tomorrow or the next day.
That's right. The Hellions are going to be back.
They're back with their vengeance.
Yeah.
Maybe they'll get some diseases to the Hellbats, and the Hellbats will then just go extinct. Who knows?
You know, I got to wonder what the function of the Hellbat's going to be after they nerf it.
I think it's going to be a support unit.
Remember when they did this to the Reaper in Wings of Liberty, and then like the Reaper was like the best unit in the game, and then they nerfed it, and then like it went away forever?
Yeah. No, I think it's just going to be a support unit. I don't think it's going to change much in the other two matchups, what it does. A little bit more against Zerd, not much against Protoss, but I think it'll definitely still be used with mech and everything, because the Verse Light never really comes into play.
That's true. All right, so right now, Maru may actually, if he gets these siege tanks to siege up, because it looks like he's going to attack, he can then pick up and then dart over into the main. So we might see some of that too.
Yeah. Nice little snipe there. Good job. I love how Supernova already has missile turret rings. It's so smart of a play. He has so many missile turrets, it's actually almost comical in the main base.
Yeah. Well, you know, all he has to do, if he's meching like this...
He has 13 missile turrets.
Oh, hold that thought. We got an attack coming in over here.
Multi-pronged attack coming in, and he does get in there and kill some siege tanks, but he's got to watch out because these Hellbats are here. Pushing forward, trying to pick off yet another siege tank, and throws down that point defense drone. Very strong move, but there's a lot of units left over for Maru.
Yeah, Supernova spread out a little bit too thin here. I would assuming he's going to go for the third base, but maybe not. Point defense drone again. But there should be just barely enough to still kill off everything Supernova has.
Yeah, really nice move here by Maru, catching Supernova a bit too off guard. And
yeah,
with more units coming down, I think this might actually just finish him right now.
All right, this is wow, what? Okay.
Here's the problem. Not enough Hellbats.
Not enough Hellbats, man. He needed some more of those.
Yeah.
And everything would have been fine. That was fun.